Today is not an ordinary day. Today is the day the world is reminded once again that there is one name that cannot be ignored, one figure who has long surpassed the boundaries of genre, the boundaries of industry, and even the boundaries of continents. Today, June 4th, 2026, Nike officially launches the biggest campaign in modern football history, 12 weeks of football, and among the 42 names shaking the world, one name stands in a class entirely its own: LISA of BLACKPINK. Lalisa Manobal did not arrive here in any ordinary way. She was not invited to this campaign because she happened to be trending or because an algorithm was momentarily favoring her. She is here because her entire life's journey, from a little girl in Buram, Thailand, dreaming in front of a mirror, to becoming a woman whose name is now spoken in the same breath as Cristiano Ronaldo, Kylian Mbappé, LeBron James, and Drake, is proof of something that rarely happens in any entertainment industry: consistency set on fire by boundless ambition. Picture this: Nike, the largest sports brand on the face of the earth, a brand that for decades has been the symbol of victory, speed, and courage, decided that for the biggest moment on the global football calendar, legends of the pitch alone were not enough. They needed someone who could speak to a generation raised not only in front of match screens, but in front of concert streams, music videos, and pop culture content moving at the speed of light. And that choice landed on Lisa, not by accident, not because of a passing trend, but because no one else carries the kind of cultural gravity she does right now. It is worth remembering what has happened in just the last 12 months alone. Lisa released Alter Ego, her debut solo album, and the world trembled. She made her acting debut in HBO's The White Lotus, and critics who had once been skeptical fell immediately silent. She stood on stage with BLACKPINK for the Deadline World Tour, a tour that filled the largest stadiums on every corner of this planet. And then, as if all of that were not enough, she released Goals, the official anthem of the 2026 FIFA World Cup, a song now playing in every corner of the world, from bars in Buenos Aires to cafes in Seoul, from the streets of Lagos to the malls of Jakarta. Lisa is not building a career. She is building a legend. And Nike saw all of it with absolute clarity. The partnership between Lisa and Nike is not something that appeared overnight. This is a relationship built with extraordinary care, beginning in early 2026 when Nike announced a long-term contract with Lalisa Manobal, an announcement that immediately shook the fashion and sports industries simultaneously. The world watched as Lisa appeared in the Nike Scheme's Spring 26 campaign, performing alongside professional dancers in Paris, moving her body with the precision of an athlete and the beauty of an artist. That campaign was not just an advertisement. It was a manifesto about women who move with power, about bodies that are not only beautiful but also strong, about sport that can coexist with art without losing its soul. Now, the Universe of Football campaign brings Lisa into an even wider dimension. Nike is no longer speaking only to consumers who care about shoes or sportswear. They are building a universe, a cultural ecosystem in which football, music, fashion, and the identity of a young generation become one indivisible whole. And within that universe, Lisa is one of its stars. Not a supporting star, not a decorative star, but a star with her own orbit, with a gravity that pulls millions of people toward her every single day. Look at who else is in this campaign lineup. Ronaldo, a football icon who has long transcended the sport itself and become a global phenomenon in his own right. Mbappe, the next generation carrying the weight of millions of hopes on his shoulders. LeBron James, living proof that an athlete can become more than an athlete, can become a voice, a force, and a symbol. Travis Scott, a musician who transforms every moment into an experience beyond words. And among all of them, Lisa stands calmly, with a confidence that does not need to shout because her presence alone already speaks volumes. Nike stated in its press release that this lineup is a group that spans sport, music, fashion, and pop culture in a way no other brand could pull together. That is not just a marketing claim. That is reality. Because there truly is no other brand that could place Ronaldo and Lisa in the same frame, that could unite a football pitch and a K-pop stage within one campaign without it feeling forced. Nike can do it because they understand that modern culture does not move in separate boxes. Football is music. Music is fashion. Fashion is identity. And identity, in the end, is everything. Lisa understands this more deeply than anyone. From the very first day she set foot in South Korea as a teenage girl from Thailand dreaming of becoming a singer, she has lived at the crossroads of culture. She is not just K-pop. She is something larger than that, something that has no name, because no word yet exists that accurately describes it. She is proof that art knows no borders, that talent needs no passport, that when someone truly loves what they do with every fiber of their being, the world will feel it too. And that is precisely why Goals is not just a song. In the context of the 2026 World Cup hosted across the United States, Canada, and Mexico, the first tournament in history held across 3 nations simultaneously, Lisa arrives as a bridge between worlds that differ in every way. Her song plays in stadiums holding hundreds of thousands of people from every corner of the earth. Her voice becomes part of a moment that will be remembered by generations not yet born. That is not a small achievement. That is something that can only happen when someone has already transcended categories and become a symbol of something far more universal. Nike saw all of that and made the right call. They did not merely make Lisa the face of a campaign. They made her the living proof of the campaign's own philosophy, that football, like music, like dance, like art in all its forms, is about moving without limits, about finding a rhythm that connects everyone, about moments that feel larger than themselves. This campaign will run for a full 12 weeks. 12 weeks of content, collaborations, product drops, and cultural experiences designed to dominate every platform, every conversation, every corner of the internet that can possibly be reached. Nike stated plainly, "We're not dropping a big hero ad and moving on. We're building an entirely new world of football, 12 weeks, one universe of football." And Lisa is part of that universe, not as an ornament, but as a gravitational force pulling millions of blinks, millions of music fans, millions of young women who see themselves in Lalisa Manobal and believe that their own dreams are also possible. Because, in the end, that is what makes Lisa different. Not just her talent, which no longer needs to be questioned. Not just the streaming numbers that keep shattering records. Not just the ever-growing collection of awards. What makes Lisa truly extraordinary is that she carries with her an entire community that believes in her, millions of people from every corner of the world who see her not just as a star, but as proof that someone who started from a place that was anything but easy, who had to fight for her place in a brutal industry, who had to prove herself over and over again in different languages and on different stages, can stand here, right here, in Nike's biggest campaign in its history, alongside legends, with her head held high. Today is a day that will be remembered, not only by Blinks who have long waited for this moment, but by anyone who believes that pop culture and sport, when they meet at exactly the right point, can create something greater than either of them alone. Nike and Lisa prove it today. And for the next 12 weeks, the world will keep watching what happens when the biggest brand on the planet bets on the most unstoppable woman in it. Lalisa Manobal, Nike, World Cup 2026. This is only the beginning.